What happened was...
Hey friends, it's so nice to see you. It's today, the time is now. You are here and the weather is outside your window.
Hello, What Happened Was audience. It's Zachary James here in Los Angeles. I'm coming to you today with a very special episode. I am releasing an album tonight, a pop cover album, which is very unusual for an opera singer. It's songs that I have loved for a long time and I've always wanted to put my own spin on, and there's one original track called Here I Come. And I have a very special guest on the show today, here to interview me about my album. Please welcome, from RuPaul's Drag Race, the one and only June Jambalaya.
Hi, Zachary. How are you?
Hey, June Jambalaya.
Can you tell us about your new album?
Yeah, it's called Intergalactic, and very, very low-key, casual, just traveling to new galaxies. And it's a pop cover album, which is a new adventure for me, because of course I come from opera and Broadway.
Did this album inspire you coming off of your Grammy win?
I mean, the Grammy win is definitely, it's inspired me to kind of go to new realms, think of like, okay, what do I want to do next? And there's definitely a certain confidence that comes with that validation. So yeah, but I've been doing wild things for a while, so I don't know if I'd be doing it otherwise, but yeah, it's definitely inspiring. I mean, you know, kind of what it's like to have a big success and then where you go in your mind of like, okay, what do I do now?
Like, what's the next level? What's the elevation of my artistry?
Yeah, like, where are we going now? What's the journey? Yeah.
And the song selection, because this is a cover album.
Yeah.
What thought process behind picking the songs?
Yeah, there's those songs that kind of like stuck with me for years and years and years and were always in my head. I often wake up with a song in my head, and sometimes it's like something I wrote in my dreams, and sometimes it's, you know, the same Beyonce song that's been in my head for 10 years. So I kind of just made a list of songs I might want to do someday, and I've had this list going forever. And so I kind of narrowed in on things as I was going forward. I'd start to record something and I wouldn't like what I was doing with it, so I'd try a new vibe or abandon it completely. But along the way, I think I tried out like 50 different songs to get to these 16. Just, you know, my life changed along the way, like love and loss, and like I didn't want to sing certain things anymore, stuff like that. So yeah, we just landed on these 15 cover songs and one original.
Is there a team involved with fine-tuning everything, or is it all a one-man show?
Yeah, it's a one-man show, like since 1981. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wish I had a team. I have a team of agents. I have a lot of people behind me. I'm a voice teacher, you know, so but as far as like mixing and mastering, I have some close friends who are in the music industry whose ears I rely on to listen to this. Like, hey, does this sound professional enough? Like, I'm always asking that because I'm like, oh God, this is going to sound terrible. And they're like, no, it sounds great, or, you know, tweak this or this. So I definitely rely on close friends to listen.
So what was your approach on tackling, you know, like we've heard Crazy in Love a million times. What was your approach on tackling, I'm going to cover this and this is going to be, you know, my take on it?
Yeah. A lot of the songs I kind of just honed in on like one sentence. Like Crazy in Love, I just kind of did the chorus over and over again. And I did it in 3-part harmony with myself, with like a weird jazz rhythm section underneath it and some vibraphones. So a lot of time what I was trying to capture was like the feeling that I feel in my heart when I listen to this song and how it relates to me personally. Sometimes that means going in a totally different direction, as I did with some songs, but I'm more so like trying to capture how it feels in my heart to live with a song than kind of put my own musical spin on it, if that makes sense.
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your love's that got me looking so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Your the touch. You got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping to page me right now. Your kiss, you got me hoping to save me right now.
And with Falling Slowly, which is one of my favorite songs,
Yes.
what's your choice in, doing that?
Well, that is a duet, famous duet
Mhm.
from Once, the Broadway musical, which was a movie and everything. And I wanted to do it as a duet with myself. And I've had a really kind of interesting experience singing, recording with myself and doing my own backup vocals and everything and harmonizing with myself. It really has helped me to understand my voice a lot more.
Falling slowly, sing your melody. I'll sing it loud.
Harmonizing with someone is really intimate, and you're not only harmonizing, but you're blending your voices, the quality and the tone and the color. So it's a natural fit when you sing with yourself because you already have the tone and color and quality that's matching. So it really comes down to like intonation and like singing like right in the middle of the pitch in a really nasty way that kind of rubs against itself, if that makes any sense at all.
A
um,
little bit.
yeah, I just got really music nerdy on you for like 1 second. I'm sorry.
Sure. From Zachary James, the opera singer that we know and love, Zachary James, the man covering Drake fake love. Like, where
I don't know.
do
Yeah,
the two?
I don't know. It's just I think people are often surprised that I don't listen to classical music, like having a career in classical music, but it's like that's work. And when I get in a car after rehearsal or performance, like I put on pop music, I put on Drake, I put on, something that cleanses the palate. And that's kind of the type of music that I've always listened to. So that's really more of a home for me than classical music is in a lot of ways. I spend way more time with pop music. Um, so yeah, for me, it like felt right because that's what I'm singing in my car. But I think for a lot of people, it's like, wait, you're doing what? That's really weird.
And it's the first song on the album. So
Yeah.
it really is like, okay, just wiped everything that I thought I,
Yeah.
was going to.
Yeah. But I'm giving you classical piano. I have an operatic soprano in there. And it's like I made that track like 7 minutes, and there's a huge climax that builds with orchestra. There's horns, there's piano, there's operatic singing. So I kind of like hit it over the head really hard from different angles.
Starving.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, your with having what was your thought process with having like the erupting the animals, like when I was
Yeah.
listening to
Uh-huh.
where did
Yeah.
it
I've always loved that song, Starving. It's so sweet and lovely, but like at the bottom of it, it's like you are talking about devouring someone. And so I kind of wanted to go there and be a little camp with it and a little tongue in cheek and just be like, let's make this about a love that is more like lust, because I think a lot of people fall in lust before they fall in love, and that can be confusing. So I kind of wanted to make it about lust, if that kind of.
for sure.
So yeah, so there's like growling lions and zoo animals, and yeah,
Or-
it's a lot.
yeah.
I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you. Don't need no butterflies, you give me the whole dance. Right away, you do things to my body. I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you.
Okay. When Love Takes Over by Kelly Rowland
Yeah.
is by far one of my favorite club songs. I've never performed it, it's on my to-do list. But whenever I'm about to leave and they play it, I turn back around. Whenever I'm like, oh, the songs suck and they play it, it just picks me up. but never in a million years did I ever listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
And and you completely removed what we know of this song and it just like brought me into the lyrics. And what was your process for that one?
I mean, that's another one where it's again, I'm like singing with myself. It's really vulnerable, and deep in my feelings, and harmonizing with myself and like vocal layering. But I wanted to do an acoustic cover of that, and so it opens with ukulele, like super simple, like you'd never think of ukulele on a David Guetta like club mix. But and then I have a cello that comes in, and yeah, just making it all about the lyrics and like really vulnerable vocals. And again, it's like that theme of love and vulnerability. um,
It truly highlighted how beautiful the lyrics are,
yeah,
which
they're gorgeous. Yeah, really. And it's a feeling that we know, like the title, when love takes over, it like really takes over your whole spirit and can overtake you.
for sure.
Yeah.
As a baby lamb myself,
Yes.
cry.
Yes.
Walk that.
Yeah, Cry is one of those tracks from our queen Mariah, who, and she's my favorite. She's my number one and has been for like ever. So that was a song that I just recently discovered last year, and I was like, wait, there's music of Mariah's that I don't know.
I was like, oh, cry from Mariah. Didn't know this one.
Yeah, and she says cry period. She puts a period on it, which like you're like, girl, what are you going through? So yeah, it really, that track just took me out when I heard it. And it's really interesting for her because the lyrics are really deep and they don't rhyme at all. It's really just like a free verse, which is really unusual because her, she'll rhyme whatever with whatever and like throw in some, brand that she has a deal with.
Or shame.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a challenge for that song, but I knew I wanted to do it. And vocally it was a really interesting challenge because I've never sung in that style, and it was very, very vulnerable. And that's one of the only tracks on the album where I just have lead vocals the entire thing with no backup. So it's like very exposed and open heart.
So naked somewhere at the core of you. Bless our souls, I just need you till we both break down.
Also, as a chair member of the Beehive, we
Yes.
do appreciate you, you know, putting the first song that started it all for us, which was Crazy in Love.
Of course, of course. It's the one. I mean, it's timeless. It'll go on forever. And, everyone loves Single Ladies, but Crazy in Love is like the one.
Hmm.
I,
And then when you really listen to the lyrics, I think that's what people forget because it's an up-tempo song, but it's really that just blindness of love and
yeah, yeah,
fully invested in a person, I think, which is special when she wrote it.
totally. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's kind of why I went with those few lyrics and just like repeat them the whole time, because it's that tailspin of love that you can lose yourself in.
Tell us about your last track, your original song.
Here I Come. Yeah, it's I am all about positivity and being a light and hopeful and spreading joy. So a lot of times when I make original tracks, I go in that direction. Like my first original track ever was called Seize the Day, but Here I Come is like me at my heart. It's like towards the end, I'm like, open the book, take the stage, be the change, open your heart, open your eyes. And it's really like about just grounding yourself in this present moment and connecting with people. It's really important to me. And the music has really got an upbeat vibe, and there's a lot of horns on there. And there's this great rapper, King Marino, who collaborated on it. So yeah, it's just an upbeat track, and it's like kind of full circle. Like the album goes through a journey. It's like heartbreak and losing yourself, and love and losing love, and then like at the end of it, it's kind of like I'm on my own and I'm okay, you know?
Yeah.
I'm dancing in the street with the city as my beat. A fire in my heart, a groove at my feet. The sun on my face, a sparkle in my eye. Smiling at strangers as I pass them by. Saying I love you, God bless you, may you find your way. The message is clear. Dear Lord, I pray. We breathe the same air, we pump the same juice. We watch the world burn, searching for the truth. Open your heart, open your eyes. Don't wait to start, tomorrow's a lie. There's only this moment, right now, today. Make your choice, run away or stay. Start the trend, be the change. Open the book, take the stage. Here comes the day, here comes the break. Here comes finding my way. Here I come.
What are you expecting from your existing fans and maybe new listeners to take from this project?
I hope they get a smile, a laugh, and and that's it really. I don't have big expectations as far as, what it's gonna do, but it's my art. It's important to me. It's vulnerable, and I'm releasing it on my birthday, which is like kind of a statement of like, rebirth in a sense, like next chapter, what are we gonna do? So yeah, I always just want to spread joy and entertain people, really. At the bottom of it, it's like entertainment.
Thank you so much.
June, thank you. What a pleasure. Thank you for talking with me.
Thank you for sharing your art with me and the world.
Thank you for sharing your art with the world. It's beautiful, and I can't wait to see what's to come for you.
Thank you.
That's all for today's episode. Puppies and rainbows till we meet again.